Hi, welcome to Brain Rehab channel. Today, this message about brain function is brought to you because I was really inspired by an incredible doctor, Dr. Craig Manning, spoke about something to his group of sports psychologists and athletes and people that follow him under the Fearless Mind. He taught us about something about software, and it just illuminated my mind to a different view than I had ever seen before. And I wanted to share this with you as I'm learning it and bringing it to you, because you guys have been everywhere. A lot of you have worked with therapists, psychologists, you've worked with medication, you've worked with physical changes, and you're trying to create goals, you're trying to create habits, you're trying to create your relationship, and there's more to the puzzle than what meets the eye, so to speak. So I want to talk to you about this system. So when we're talking brains, we're talking about a specific system. This is, as you've seen us draw this multiple times, this is what we're going to label the hardware system. The hardware system. Because there's hardware and then there's software. And we talk about software, about the positive mindset, about improving brain function, the way you think, the way you see the world. And a lot of my patients come in and they're dealing with those types of issues, and they've tried and tried and tried and they keep failing. And I was like, why would they fail when that's such a sound understanding? And I realized the hardware is off. So we're going to talk about the hardware and what's involved in the hardware, and what are you doing about the hardware, and then what are you doing about the software. And the software really comes down to, like, what are you working on? What is your daily task? What are you working on a regular basis to improve your brain function, right? These are multiple, like, goal specific. This could be goals and habits. This can be relationships. This can be your optimism versus pessimism. Like, what are you working on? How are we improving this day-to-day function, right? And I look at this as being the software that we hear about, like, what is on your system. Now, this is really important because we have this software, but as you guys know, when you're working with computers, you have upgraded phones or cell phones or iPads, not all software works with the right hardware, and not all hardware plays the right software. So if you want an upgraded software and you're about to upgrade this software, you're about to change your life, you're going to change your system, you're going to change that mindset, what hardware do you have? And what have you done about the hardware so that you can constantly change the software? If your hardware is updated, you make these software changes, it's revolutionary in your life. If you have a hardware system that's not working, you can upgrade all you want, it won't play it. So I started thinking about this a lot, and what are you doing about your hardware? And so I'm going to talk to you about the things that are in the hardware. I actually believe diet, food, hydration, supplementation, medication, whatever it might be, these are hardware systems, right? Yes, your software wants to upgrade it. Yes, it wants to do something, but the hardware is what does it. When you eat something, you have zero control of what it does through the GI tract and how your body absorbs it. The software is things you can control. Your relationship. Are you an optimism? Are you a pessimist? What are you telling yourself positively? What are the goals you're working on? What are the habits you're working on? But what that protein or carbohydrate does in your system, you don't have control. There's also genetic components, right? Hardware might be also a genetic component. Now, some of us need to be on medications because our chemicals are off. And these medications are made to work to improve brain function. As we learned in other videos, if you saw it below, the hub world, why a medication works really good and why a hub system, it doesn't work as well. You got to ask yourself, what are you doing about the hub? The next one is physical function. What are you doing about your physical function every single day, or exercise? right? Just your daily grind of feeling healthy, feeling strong, cardiovascular work, muscle strength, muscle tension. Then we also have brain exercises, which we focus highly here in the clinic. And brain exercises are completely different than physical fitness, because I have hundreds of patients that come in here that are exercising, that are dieting, that are on medication, and are suffering from debilitating anxiety or depression or chronic gut issues, and they're doing everything possible, but their hardware isn't working no matter how much they're changing their software. And then you also have sleep. These are the things that I'm seeing, and is there more? Absolutely. This is just the beginning. This is literally today I started working through this system, and I wanted to share it with you guys right away. And if you comment below, add things, say, hey, I think this is part of it. And maybe we can have an open discussion in figuring out what is hardware and what is software. What can we change and what can we not change? Sometimes we work on goals and we work on habits. Habits are really systematic, but goals can be changed every day. I have a goal of getting up every day. I wake up early is a habit, but do I wake up at 5 versus 5:30? If I go for a run, am I running just a 5K, which is my habit? I'm going to run every day, but I have a goal to do a specific time, or I have a goal to reach 10 people today, but I have a habit that I work every day. Habits and goals are different. And so I'll let the psychologist, I'll let the sports specialist talk to you about the difference between goals and habits, and maybe they can share something with me that I can share with you guys. But what are you doing about this hardware? You can't upgrade your software unless you upgrade your hardware. Work on your hardware so you can change your software. And sometimes your hardware's rocking so the software can change. Sometimes your software needs really upgraded, which is where all of this. But this is basically a two-system party here. Like, you can't just do one. You gotta do both. And so even here at the clinic, as we rehab these areas, we rehab your brain, we hardwire it. Now you got to choose. Now you got to make a difference and create these softwares. You might say, well, my diet and my food and my supplements, those are goals, those are habits, those are software. Yes, you have a goal to accomplish those, to finish them, to accomplish them, but these are hardware systems. Get your hardware changed, and you're going to make all the difference in creating the software you want so you can have the most happiest, fullest life.